Yo, what up here? How you doing, guys? My name is Sanj and today we're back with another highly requested video of my boots collection, and I'm happy to be providing it with my new partner, Snupps. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click that subscribe button. I upload videos twice a week in regards to men's fashion, so if you want to be kept up to date, don't forget to do so. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up because it helps me out a lot. Let me quickly talk to you guys about Snupps. If you follow various other YouTubers, I'm sure you're aware of the app already. It's an app where you showcase your collection, whether that might be clothing, whether that might be, I don't know, whatever you may be collecting, cards, toys. They approached me recently in regards to a new feature they've been developing, which is a group. They're creating a platform for you to kind of interact within each other and build a community, kind of like what a Facebook group does. This will be entirely focused on, well, not entirely focused on me, but I'm obviously going to be moderating the whole thing. So we're going to be talking about fashion, new pickups, styling ideas, anything that is kind of within the realm of what I'm already presenting to you on YouTube will also be available on Snupps. So if you haven't got it already, don't forget to download the app, join the group. If you wish to follow me, you may do so. The same username as everywhere, Sangiev. And I'm going to be using the opportunity on Snupps to kind of build my own virtual wardrobe. Obviously, virtual? Is how you pronounce it, right? Virtual wardrobe, virtual lifestyle, virtual. Yes, that is, what the fuck. Anyway, I'm going to be using this opportunity to kind of build my online wardrobe. As you may imagine, I get a lot of people asking me in regards to sizing, in regards to styling. And so if I have it all there, you can kind of go to each individual product and hopefully you'll find all the questions that you want to ask me already laid out there. And that'll be easy for you. So that's kind of how or why me and Snupps got together. Highly requested video from you guys is my boots collection of all the boots that I've got right here. I just wish to talk about them very briefly. I'm not going to give you an in-depth review because most of them I've already covered, but there is still a lot of questions that I get asked in regards to them, and so today we'll kind of cover that. And it was a beautiful way to kind of combine both Snupps and this together so that it's not too forcey, gimmicky. Keeping it 100. So I'm going to start with the boots on the right and then work our way to the left. First up, we have the Saint Laurent combat boots. These are the zip Rangers from, I don't particularly recall the season, but they basically have a zip on both sides of the shoe. I wear these with skinny jeans, with trousers. You can tuck them in, you can roll them up. Sizing, now I went for a size 40. My true size is a 41. I sized down in every single one of my Saint Laurent boots, and that's the SLP zip Rangers. Then we've got the Saint Laurent Python Duckies. These I believe were from Fall Winter 13. Incredible detailing on the shoe. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't wear these out as much as I should, purely because I feel like these are special shoes, so you don't need to wear them every day. The Duckies is one of my favorite silhouette from Saint Laurent. Yes, the Wyatts are cool, but I'd even go as far as to say that Duckies are better than the Wyatts in my opinion, especially the tall ones. Like this is the short version. Then we're moving on to everybody's beloved Wyatt. This is the Fall Winter 13 Wyatts without the harness, black leather, size 40. Now I know that it's very popular among YSL SLP users to size down by half when it comes to leather, and then a full size down when it comes to suede. At least that's what I'm aware of and that's what I've been told. Me personally, I just go straight one size down because I know that leather stretches and it's not unbearable. However, with that being said, if you are buying Fall Winter 13, which is still hailed as one of the greatest seasons from Teddy era SLP, then you have to bear in mind that the shoes fit extra tight. So I would perhaps say that when it comes to Fall Winter 13, go half size down. For anything after Fall Winter 13, you can go a full size down. Then we've got these black leather Wyatts with the harness. Easily my favorite pair of boots. I wear them with anything and everything. Jeans, trousers. I don't do it that often, but even with sweatpants, I think they could be pulled off and done very well. Depends on the sweatpants, depends on the cut of them as well. Kind of not your typical look, but it can be pulled off well is what I'm saying. Also, if you're hearing like some noise in the background, my neighbors have decided to cut down their tree, so that's what you're hearing. We've got it in a brown chocolate toffee colorway. This is again another thing that I hate about Saint Laurent. There's so many colorways that differentiates tiny details, and you'll see that more commonly with this pair. But this one, I'm pretty sure it's called, is it called the coffee color or the chocolate color? Basically Saint Laurent Wyatts in brown, like a dark brown. This was from the time period when the shaft was a bit wider than what it is now. They've kind of narrowed it down, which is really cool now. This was slightly wider, which to be completely honest with you does not make a huge difference unless you wear extra skinny jeans that literally stick to your calf. So yeah, size 40 suede. These were actually my first, this was actually my first ever pair of SLP Wyatts, so they hold a very special meaning to me. Then we're moving on to the tan colorway. See, this is where I struggle. Is this the nut? Is this the tan? Either way, you know what they are. And as you can see from the texture of the suede, it's quite nappy-ish. It's not as smooth as the previous ones. When did I get this? I want to say spring summer 16 on them. Again, I did a video in regards to them, so you can kind of go back. This was the season when the harness wasn't tightened, and so what they did was they readjusted the shaft so that it fits slim. However, they didn't tighten the harness, which some people really dislike because it's quite loose. For me, I'm not that bothered about it, to be completely honest with you, but hey, it would have been a nice touch if they made sure to deliver the goods properly. Moving on from Saint Laurent, then we've got the Chelsea boots, and we're moving on to Bottega, which is kind of one of my favorite Chelsea boot maker. We've got the tan. Again, videos individually on each and every single boot is pretty much available on my channel. I'll be sure to leave cards, or I'll be sure to leave the links in the description box down below for you to take a look at them. This was the tan colorway, incredibly soft suede. You've got the sort of very iconic look now of the Bottega Chelsea boots with this pattern right here, which actually, if you know anything, well, I don't know much about shoemaking, but a shoemaker told me that it actually cheapens the cost of making these, which is potentially why they've done it. Sure, they've turned it into a nice sort of design feature, but it's actually to make the boot cheaper to produce. Now, something I get asked a lot in regards to Chelsea boots from Bottega is the sole. Yes, it will get dirty, and unfortunately there isn't much you can do about it. It is going to be an expensive procedure to get them replaced, but it's not something that you need to do on a yearly basis. Shoes are meant to be worn, get them scuffed up, it's all good. Next up, we've got the espresso colorway. In regards to sizing, I went down to a size 40. This is what I do for most designer shoes. I just take it down a size. Normally fits good with Bottega. There are rumors that you're supposed to size down by either a whole, like 2 whole sizes or 1.5. Me personally, just 1 will do. And so yeah, espresso colorway to be worn with light colors, dark colors. It works well with black jeans, it works well with blue light wash jeans, with white jeans, the whole lot. And that's the beauty behind these boots, man. And then last but certainly not the least, I don't even know if I'm still in frame or you can still see them, the Ardoise colorway, which is my favorite colorway out of the ones that I own from Bottega. Super nice. The color is slightly different. It sets it off. It's not quite a grey, it's not quite a blue, it's an in-between, and it looks incredible with some not super black jeans, but like a used cash from Acne Studios, for example, is the perfect combination for the Ardoise. And then one other boot that I don't own are the BV Buffalo Greys. I would love to get them. Moving on to some boots that you can't actually see. These are my first ever boot. No, I wore boots back when I was like in school, but these were my first proper boot purchase. Black suede Chelsea boots from Churches, another British shoemaker. Incredible craftsmanship. I've had them for what? Well over 3.5 years. They've done me very well. They're not as slick as a Saint Laurent silhouette, for example, but these are definitely more on the classical side. Rubber sole. Sizing, I stay true to size when it comes to British shoemakers. It's a size UK 7. Not as much of a pronounced heel as the Saint Laurent, for example, but still such a cool, just a beautiful shoe that you can kind of rock every day and still look fresh. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to scream at you. Subtle. I feel like black suede Chelsea boots is something that everyone should own. Yeezy 950s. Haven't worn these in such a long time, but hey, this is my boots collection video, so I'm gonna feature them. 950s, chocolate colorway from the very first season. I feel like after season 2, it was just the same boots, just in various colors, right? Season 3 and season 4, is there much difference in the boots? I haven't been following Yeezy that much in order to notice the difference between season 4 and season 3. But season 1, they came in 4 colorways. This was the chocolate colorway, and man, they're so buff. I would still wear them if it came down to the right weather, I guess. Another pair of boots, I'm not sure if many people, if anybody knows in this channel, Tims. You can't go wrong with a pair of Tims. I can say that I haven't worn these in easily well over a year, which normally is an indication for me to get rid of something in my wardrobe, but with something as classical as Tims, I kind of don't want to, because I just know that in 5 years down the line, they might just come back up and I might rock them. And obviously they're a pair of utility boots, so they serve a purpose as opposed to just being a fashion product. As you can see, they're scuffed up quite a bit. I do need to give them a fresh little clean. Tims 6-inch boots, is that what they're called? The classic, basically. This was while I was going through my, what music video where Chris Brown wore them with like skinny jeans. These hoes ain't loyal. And then last but certainly not the least, we've got the ones that divided opinions in my last video. The Balenciaga massive heel wedge, platform, whatever you want to call it. Boots, whenever I get these, I can't, like, there isn't much else to say. The shock factor does it for me, I guess. Such a sick pair of boots. If you want to talk about more, if you want to leave your thoughts in regards to those boots, head back to my previous video. I'll leave a card for that video, and it's a discussion as to how far is too far when people push it in fashion. But that is that for my collection of boots. Oh, something that I get asked a lot, and I genuinely don't know why people would even consider comparing these two. People asking me what would I prefer, or what would I purchase, either a Bottega Veneta Chelsea boot or a Saint Laurent wire. For me, they serve different purpose, so you wouldn't really compare the two. The Saint Laurent are a lot more slick. You can wear them on more formal occasions, but they still act as your everyday beaters. Chelsea boots are not as slick, but definitely more than everyday, depending on your wardrobe. I mean, for argument's sake, let's just pick two of the ones with the same color, or roughly the same. I would wear these with more things than these, but that's because of the way my wardrobe is set up. Whereas someone might have a lot more stuff that goes with this and not so much with this. Because you've got to remember that the harness detailing kind of does make it very, I wouldn't say limiting, but some people might find that a struggle. That is that in terms of comparing these two. Another comparison that people ask me is CP versus BV. James has both of them, or had both of them, and he ended up selling his CPs just because they got beaten up a lot quicker than the BVs. They lost their colour, the suede wasn't as soft, and obviously BVs are slightly more expensive, but if it's justifiable, then do it. So go for BV over CP, in my opinion, well, in James's opinion, which I am relating back to you. If you have any more questions in regards to boots, don't forget to leave them in the comment section down below. Let me know what your favourite boot was for my collection. And if you hated all of them, let me know what your favourite boot is from your collection, and then I can tell you how shit your taste is, because if you don't like any of my boots, then there's something clearly wrong with you. With that being said, I'm going to conclude this video. Once again, thanks to the sponsors over at Snupps. This is something that I'm going to be doing on a very long time, so do come along. I kind of want to create a community, because obviously in YouTube, it's cool. I'm able to upload videos and I'm able to speak to the people that comment, but it's very much on a one-on-one. People can get involved in the comments, like in the thread, if you want to call it, but it's a bit hard to monitor. It's a bit hard for everybody to be notified, whereas groups, it allows for me to build more of a community, and we can kind of chill, talk about all of our pickups, as I said, styling, videos, and kind of create that virtual wardrobe so that people have a reference point when it comes to their questions that they may need answering. If you wish to follow me, don't forget to do so on my social media, SANGIEV. That will be for Instagram, Twitter, and Snupps. Yeah, man, that is that for this video. Hope you guys found this helpful. Hope it might have answered some questions. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Peace.